made a save with Mark's friend. Sorry, I forgot about that. And we're here with tonight, excitement and enthusiasm into this election coming up. And I'm proud to say he's a friend of all of ours here in Macomb County. He's a great man. He's going to be a great governor. JB Pritzker. Let's hear it! Okay, that's enough. This is Andy's event.
I have to say, Macomb County really knows how to welcome people, so thank you. Thank you all very much. I felt so welcome here from the first time that I came to today, and I'm so glad to see many of you who I've seen before, and those of you who I haven't, very nice to meet you. I hope I get a chance to shake your hand and speak with you individually. I'm here for a very important reason. I'm not here pushing myself. I'm not here to tell you that I need your vote for governor. Really, I'm not. I'm not here to tell you that we've got one of the worst governors I can ever remember. Or that we need to stabilize state government and that we need to actually fix our education system. And lower the cost of health care and create jobs right here in Macomb County. I'm not here to tell you any of those things. What I am here to tell you is you all should know that you have one of the greatest senators in Springfield that anybody's ever had. Andy Manar isn't just a leader here in your community. He's also a leader in Springfield. People listen to him. People follow him. People want to know what he says on each and every issue. And so when he speaks, people listen, follow, and they do the right thing as a result. And I'm just so pleased and proud to have his, not just his endorsement, but his friendship. To be working with Andy Manar means that when I become governor, should I say that? When I become governor, I'm going to be aligned with one of the great public servants, not only in Springfield and not only in 2018, but maybe in the history of the state of Illinois, and I kid you not. Andy Manar, I said this to you the very first time I met you after we spent some time together. I said, you know what? If you don't run for governor, I know that you nevertheless should be somebody who is helping to run the state of Illinois, and he is. So we've got a lot of work to do to pick this state up from the terrible condition that Bruce Rauner has left us in. After 3.5 years of a disaster, truly a disastrous governorship, Bruce Rauner now wants people to vote for him based on, well, I'm not sure what. Because nobody can find a single thing that he's accomplished. In fact, as far as I can tell, there's only one thing that he's actually claiming that he did, and he didn't actually do it. And that's the very thing that Andy Manar got done. Changing our education funding formula, lifting up education for kids all across the state has been a mission for your state senator. He got it accomplished, and I mean over threats of vetoes, over funding vetoes by this governor. Andy Manar stood up for the kids of the state of Illinois.
Yes, he did.
So when our kids are able to get a quality education, and I intend to make that a reality when I become governor, when that happens, it will have been because Andy Manar set the foundation upon which we built that. So ladies and gentlemen, truly a great friend of all of yours and mine, and someone who has served and will serve the best interests of working families and help us put Springfield back on your side, State Senator Andy Manar.
I endorsed the right guy for governor. I know
Yes, you did.
this is at least third, maybe fourth time to Macoupin County. And I know the people in this room are going to help reelect me to the state senate. I know that. I want you also to commit to electing JB Pritzker the next governor. His first trip, I want to tell you this. By the way, he has never introduced me. I've always been the one introducing him. So I've never had to follow JB to speak to a crowd. But his first trip to our county, I want to tell you this, was to Lumpy's in Gillespie. It was a Sunday afternoon about a year ago. And I got a call that morning. We just had a small event there. I got a call that morning and JB says, hey, would you mind if I come to your event today? I said, fine with me. And he said, where's it at? I said, it's at Lumpy's. And he said, I'll be there. And what I saw that day was a man who listens, who seeks to understand people, who understands more than anybody I've ever seen that downstate voters matter in the state of Illinois. Nobody has campaigned. Nobody in Illinois has campaigned as much downstate, with maybe the exception of Glenn Pichard, because he lives downstate, than JB Pritzker. And I think that was reflective in the outcome of the primary on March 20th.
Absolutely.
So, why is all that important? Why is all that important? Because for the last almost 4 years, I can't tell you the number of times that I've run into a roadblock with Bruce Rauner on things that matter to people here in our county, the things that matter to people here in Staunton or in Bunker Hill, things that I want to get done that I can't get done because we have a governor that wakes up every day to divide our state, every day, so that he can get his way. Well, we need to put that behind us. And on Election Day in November, we're going to elect this man our next governor, and he's going to... This is our headquarters. By the way, welcome to our headquarters. This is going to be our hub for winning an election here, not just for myself or for Dylan Clark, who's here with us running for state rep. It's going to be a hub for Betsy Londrigan, who we're going to elect to Congress. A hub for county board candidates who are running here in the county in contested races. Roberta is here from Staunton. And it's going to also help elect Democrats to, I would say, the bluest county government in the state of Illinois, in this county. We have county officials who do a good job for taxpayers, which is why they get reelected. And many of them are here tonight. I'm going to introduce them in a moment if you don't know them. But I want to tell you this election is so important. We have so much work that we have to do. I've tried my best to do as much as I could in my first 5 years. But I'm here to tell you I have more work to do. We have more work to do on school funding. We have to make sure that we fund the bill that, by the way, Bruce Rauner vetoed before he decided to sign it. Yes. We have to fund that bill. We can't let another governor pull the rug out from underneath our schools at the moment that we've made the most progress that we've made in a generation. JB's committed to that effort. I know he is. I want him as a partner in that effort in Springfield because we have a lot of work to do for downstate schools. We have a lot of work to do to create jobs downstate. I would just tell you this. If you want any evidence of Bruce Rauner's inability to recognize the needs for jobs downstate, just look at where he plants his people that are supposed to be economic development professionals to foster job growth in small businesses, entrepreneurship centers, all of the things that make a difference in small towns. You know how many there are south of I-70 in the state of Illinois today? No. There's zero. Zero. That's evidence of what the Rauner administration does when they think of downstate communities. I know that this man's going to be opposite that. And I know he's going to be a partner for everything that we have to do here in Staunton. Craig, Mayor Niehaus is here. He's going to be a partner for Staunton. We need infrastructure here. He's going to be a partner for that in Staunton. litany of things that the governor has done that it's just adverse to small communities in downstate. But just take, for example, where he puts his economic development people. There's more people, by the way, today in Mexico City working on behalf of the state of Illinois for the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity than there is south of I-70 in the state of Illinois. That goes to tell you where his priorities are. Finally, number 3. This is the most important, but it's the one you see the least. You don't see it with your eyes, but you know it's happening. We have a dishonest governor today. He is dishonest. He tries to make untruths truths. He wakes up every day and he tries to tell you things that aren't true because he truly believes that if he can make you believe something is true that isn't, it doesn't matter whether or not it is. That's familiar. I see it every day. I see it every day. And if we don't have a government that's honest, that is honest with not just the good things that are happening, but the challenges we face, we're never going to solve the problems. And that's the biggest challenge we have today in Springfield, is that we have a governor that's just straight up dishonest. He's dishonest about this. You know, we all believe that when you have more labor unions in the state, wages go up. It helps the middle class. This governor sells a bill of goods that says if you have fewer labor unions, that somehow everyone's going to matriculate up into the middle class and everything's going to be fine. There's not a shred of evidence that shows that that's true. The governor stands up and says he promotes balanced budgets and files those things. He hasn't done that. He's had 4 shots and he's swung and he's missed 4 years in a row. But you don't see that on TV. You don't hear it in the newspapers. He tells you he puts in a balanced budget, but he hasn't been close once yet. He takes credit for bills that he kills first. And then he puts millions of dollars behind that on television to try to make everybody believe that an untruth is a truth. That's going to be the legacy of Bruce Rauner when the final chapter in his book is written.
That's right.
So we have to elect Democrats to office. It doesn't just fall on JB's shoulders, although I will tell you, this man has invested more in downstate Democrats than anybody I've ever seen because he's committed to it, and we thank you for that, JB. By the way, his time, his energy, his resources, his staff, this is a team effort to get people elected because we have a lot of work to do in Illinois. And it's going to start right here in this place, in this county. So thank you all for coming. I do want to introduce a couple of people real quick because there's folks running for office in this room that I want you to know about. I mentioned Dylan Clark. Dylan's running for state rep. All right. County officials, raise your hands. Pete Duncan, the county clerk, right here. Now they always stand next to each other. Lee Ross, who's a little shorter, is the circuit clerk. I mentioned Mayor Niehaus, Craig Niehaus, Mayor Staunton. All right, we have county board members. Roberta Boyas is running here in Staunton. Kathy Petrock from Vanilla. Dave Thomas from Mount Olive. And Ruth Ann Pomato, my dear friend from Callista. All right, we have a couple of county chairs here. Jim Moore is here from Montgomery County. Where's Jim? Right here. And where's Jimmy at? Jimmy's from Greene County. Jimmy And then of course, you know, I didn't have any jokes prepared for Memphis. I usually kind of poke fun at his shirt, but we're kind of wearing the same shirt tonight. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for this man. My thank you for all that you do for me and for a couple more. Bryant Hitchens is Bryce. State attorney, my brother's also want to mention there are 2 former regional superintendents of schools. Larry Pfeiffer. I think Larry might have had to leave. And then I've known Mr. Russ Massinelli for pretty much my entire life. Bank of Springfield has helped us with this event tonight, so there's some folks that came here earlier. I want to thank them for their help. We are actually going to, on the way out, we have volunteer sheets. We would like you to sign up to help us phone bank, knock on doors for myself, for JB, for Betsy, for Dylan, for everybody. So on the way out, if you can help in any way, whether it's a yard sign, whether it's a telephone call, whether it's a friend-to-friend letter, you name it, we will put you to work because we want to elect good people to office. So do that on the way out. Finally, we're going to film a commercial here Sunday. All right? So I need like 20 people to show up here. Paul, what time? 2:45. You can be here at 2:45. I could use you. If you want to be on TV, that's even better. All right? Okay. There you go. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Folks, I appreciate you being here. And finally, I want to say there are teachers. There are teachers in this room. You know who you are. I love you all dearly, all the teachers in this room. And there are men and women from organized labor that helped me get elected, and I thank every one of you for your help. Thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great day.